Hi friends, I'm Ullas from True North. So welcome to everyone to the new section. It's especially for career guidance and support for the people, especially for beginners, for the job in aviation, especially Indian aviations. Last section we discussed about the international aviations and ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization and all. Most of the case all over the world, the requirements and qualifications of the aviation staff almost same only. That's the reason the Indian qualified people can get the good opportunity in abroad also. So aviation, all over the cases, they are throughout the world, they are maintaining the equal standard and for the aviation side, because that may be good for everyone to work all over the world, and it will increase the safety of the aviation, because due to the same standard all over the world. It is maintained, monitored by ICAO. Last section we discussed about that International Civil Aviation Organization. In India, that is monitored by DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, coming under the ministry part of MOCA, Ministry of Civil Aviation. Okay, today we are pointing to that the proper support, proper guidance of the people for get the job in aviations. What is the minimum requirements? What is the minimum qualifications to get the job in an aviation? Last section we discussed about the 4 types of operations: military operations, the purely defense, and also non-scheduled operations, scheduled operations, and cargo operations. These are the 4 criteria of type of operations in India. So most of cases in all over the world, these are only. So we can explain what is the minimum qualifications to the people to get the job in this all different aviation side. So first of all, we can tell that military aviation. In military aviations, that is purely defense part. Most of cases for flying branch, they are asking the minimum qualification of the +2 with the physics, chemistry, maths, that's science group. And they are also the people they are taking for technical background, technical people from the +2. Nowadays, the good news for the people after BTech or after engineering, after graduations of 3 years of graduates, other 4 years BTech people, BE people can get the join to the defense part for technical branch. Most of cases of flying branch for pilots, they are asking minimum science background of in +2 only. Okay, so the +2 and graduations, that's minimum qualifications for military, for defense part in aviation. And also if he is coming out of the military for civil aviations, last time we discussed about the 3 types of operations is the scheduled operators, non-scheduled operators, and cargo. Okay, so other than military, we have the 3 type of operations in the civil department. Okay, so we can explain what is the minimum qualifications for the people get the job in scheduled operators. Scheduled operator, we know that this is normally all of the airlines in India is scheduled operator. They are operating their operations in scheduled basis, that they are they are operating based on the approval scheduled operator permit from the government of India, and the daily basis, the scheduled time they are operating their aircraft to the particular sectors, so that is fixed. Okay, so that is already the timing of the operations will be published maybe very before on their websites, because the scheduled operations. Okay, so in scheduled operation, last sections we discussed about the departments on the scheduled operational department: engineering, security, airline security, and guest service or customer service, and GST or ground support department, and cargo. These are the 6 departments. One more departments on there, that is catering, that is normally outsourcing to the other agency only. So these are the departments are coming in scheduled operators. In scheduled operators, in operational department, last time we discussed the operational department, the pilots, cabin crews, and flight dispatchers. These are the 3 categories, and few departments also coming on there, like quality of the department. Okay, so the minimum qualifications we can go on that. For the pilots, According to that, the pilots required the minimum qualification CPL, commercial pilot license from the any of the approved flying club. That list of flying club will be displayed on the www.dgca.gov.in. That is a website. So once you go to the websites, you will get the approved flying clubs in India. Okay, so they should get the CPL, commercial pilot license, plus instrument rating, everything will coming on that, and multi-engine rating should required for get the job in aviation as a pilot, commercial pilot license. Okay, so for the pilots, they should minimum have the CPL license plus IR plus multi-engine rating. And cabin crews, that is for minimum qualification is +2. Most of the all airlines are preferring the people minimum qualification of the cabin crews is +2 only. Okay, PVC pre-degree. Okay, they are not mentioning any of the science or humanities or commerce background, minimum +2 qualification from any of the branches. And the company, the airlines will give the training for before they starting the job in aircrafts. So the training part of they will get by airlines. Okay, so minimum +2. After that, the people can apply it for the job in cabin crews, and the essential training for the cabin crew before flying, that will be given by the company. You don't need to go for anywhere. And the vacancies, you will get it from only 2 options are there. Maybe some friends will be there, so they will get the information of the recruitments, otherwise their websites. If you want to join any airlines, you first of all you go for the website of the particular airlines and apply the vacancies on that and put your resumes there. You will get the call from there from airlines. Okay, so first of all, we have to apply it on your airline websites. That's one of the first options to get the job as a cabin crew. Second one, if you have any friends there, they also can pass the message for the interviews and all to there. That also can apply. Most of cases in airlines will publish the vacancies and interview times, if in open interview in their websites. Okay, so continue, we have to monitor the websites, any updates of the job. And otherwise, flight dispatches, that also minimum qualification is +2 only with the science background. After that, the airlines will give the training for the dispatches, and they are supposed to clear most of the same papers of the pilots for like navigations and meteorology and air regulations. This type of common purpose they are supposed to clear for that. Okay, so and specific for that, specific aircraft and typewriter aircrafts. This all training and the people should clear examination from the DGCA for becoming flight dispatchers. Okay, everyone to do that know that flight dispatchers, they are analyzing, they are planning the flight. Okay, they are making flight plans, then analyzing the meteorological reports, they are calculating the fuel loads, and this all calculations made by the flight dispatchers and given to the captain for their routine operations. Okay, flight dispatchers. And that is operational department. Then as engineering, they are taking the people from the graduates level, either from the AME, otherwise BSc Aeronautics, otherwise from the BTech in Aeronautical Engineering. Okay, that's a graduation level. People can join in airlines for become a technician after reaching the particular experience and clearing the prescribed module from Government of India, from DGCA. They will be upgraded to aircraft license engineer. Okay, so that is minimum qualification is graduations. Okay, for become a technician for joining engineering of airlines. And otherwise, next one is going to the operational department, engineering, airline security. Before we already discussed about the security part, so they are maintaining the safety of aircraft, aeroplanes throughout their operations inside the airports. Okay, this is very powerful departments. Most of their regulations they are controlled by the BCS, Bureau of Aviation Security. That is a government body. They are monitoring all of the functions of the airline safety. So security department directly coming under the BCS, and also they have to be monitored by the DGC also. So BCS is Bureau of Aviation Security, is properly maintaining and controlling all of the operation of the safety related inside the aircraft, inside the airport. So in airline security, the minimum qualification is graduation, because BCS, they are conducting two type of examinations of that screening and also the FSEC. Okay, so these qualifications for right, we have to be minimum graduate qualifications, that is prescribed by the BCS. So minimum, without graduations we cannot to apply for the examinations of the screeners and FSEC. So minimum graduation. So one of the good department, on powerful departments. So and they are monitoring the safety. Maybe we can tell they are the police of the airlines department. Okay, so airline security. And also we can go to guest service and customer service. So guest service and customer service, we know that. So these are the people handling the passenger traffic. They are maintaining the passenger load. They are handling the passenger traffic. They are maintaining all of the functions. They are controlling all of the function inside of passenger related. Okay, so they are working inside the terminal area. Most of the cases when we are flying we are going for flying, we can see the people inside the terminal. They are issuing the boarding pass. They are giving all of the guidance to the passengers for their safe flights. So the minimum qualification for these guys now is the graduation. In any category, this not specified any of the particular category of graduations. Any category of the graduation, minimum graduation in any category can apply for the job in guest services. These all vacancies will become on the airline websites. It's very easy access. So if anyone interested to join in aviation, first of all thing to maintain and monitor regularly and routine basis on the prescribed airline websites in career part. Okay, and so graduation. And we know GST departments. Last time we explained GST, that is ground support departments. They are maintaining and controlling and operating so many of these devices, so many equipments for aircraft operations. We are using that equipments to operate the aircraft in the ground for the different maintenance or different aircraft operations and passenger convenience. So many different type of ground equipments we are using in airline. So that equipment is maintained and operated by the GST departments. Most of cases that is taken by the people from diploma in mechanical, electrical, like that, because they are supposed to know about the phenomena. That's a principle of the different piston engines and electrical side of the engines and all, because they are operating the piston engines operated vehicles. Okay, so they are supposed to know that how to work the equipments. So the minimum qualification for the direct control of the devices or equipments of the GST, the minimum qualification is before their IT. Now they minimum asking from the diploma, otherwise from BTech automobile or mechanical, electrical, like that. Okay, so because we are using lots of complex and equipments, especially imported from the abroad, so we require the higher technical standards to maintain these equipments. Okay, before very conventional equipments are there, now very automatic and complex ground equipments we using on the aircraft. So we have to, our knowledge level will be higher to maintaining that equipments. Almost the cases that is from abroad, that equipments from abroad. Okay, so that is GST department. In the GST, some management sites are there. Their minimum graduation of the any prescribed university, that is enough. But the people directly working on the equipments, minimum the technical qualifications asking diploma, otherwise graduation, BTech or B from the automobile or mechanical or electrical, like that. Okay, so that is GST departments. It's a very good chance after gaining experience to go abroad and go to other airlines, because these equipments are very rare and it's only using in aviation sector only. So the experience on this area, once we got the experience, then it's very good to go anywhere, because you will not get this experience from the out of the airport. That's the main case. Okay, GST departments. Then is cargo. Okay, that is a department. They are acquiring cargo, collecting cargo, and segregating and making all proper documentations and send through the aircraft, sending to the point to point. Okay, that is a cargo departments. Okay, that is minimum qualification is graduation of any prescribed university. That's not mentioning any of the proper particular qualification, but is telling that any graduation from the any approved university in India. Okay, and one more the section is catering. Catering is normally outsourcing to the other agencies. Okay, that will not be published on the airline websites until that is not in the part of airlines. If it is outsourcing, so we have to refer the websites of that outsourcing company only for any requirements. Qualification is minimum required graduation in any university. So most of cases in scheduled airlines, okay, pilots, cabin crews, dispatchers, all minimum requirements from DGC is +2. Okay, in further any additional qualification is preference and good for you, but minimum for get the job in there for their +2 plus CPL from the flying clubs. Okay, that is for pilots, that cabin crews, that is for +2 qualifications, and dispatchers also +2 qualifications. They will get the additional training for their job get before commencing their task. Okay, so these are the qualifications for scheduled operators, especially for airlines. I think this is very good for you. If anyone to try to get the job in aviation, these are minimum qualifications. If you have any other qualifications like PhD and all, that is all you will get the preference. You will get the more this one in post in aviation, no problem. But minimum qualifications for get the job, this is what higher requirements in higher qualifications, not a problem. That is maybe your chances are more. Okay, you can grow very fast because your basic level of your knowledge is high. Okay, so in non-scheduled operators, the chartered operators that's operating for business jets and all, most of these all departments will come there. Okay, maybe not in cargo department, cargo is not there, but most of the other departments, operational, engineering, airline security, GS and GSD. Okay, up to this department, up to GS department, the integral part of non-scheduled operators. Most of cases, the GST department is ground support is contracting to the outside agency, because this non-scheduled operator have the only limited aircrafts, only 1 or 2 aircrafts. For that purpose, keeping the full GST equipments in aircraft is very costly. That is not a practical side. So in GST department and is normally giving to outsourcing to the airline agency, some airport agencies. Okay, other than operational, engineering, airline security, GS, this all 4 department will come to the non-scheduled operations also. Okay, and qualification also same qualification, and the same qualification you can try to there. And also the cargo department. Okay, cargo department also have the same operation department, because they have their own pilots and no cabin crews. Okay, and dispatchers will be there. Okay, and engineering engineers will be there, engine department there, airline security will be there, and guest service will not be there. Okay, and ground support department will be there, and this much. So I'm telling you that operation department will be there on cargo department, engineering department will be there in operation department, the pilots and dispatchers, no cabin crew most of cases there. Okay, and engineering department will be there for means for engineers and technicians, and also airline security will be there, and GS ground support guest service department will not be there, because because no passenger traffic, only we are sending the cargo, so GS department will not be there. And we have GST will be there, because we have if it is a very big cargo operation, so we require that lot different type of ground equipments to the cargo operation. So GST will be there, guest service will not be there. Okay, so in cargo, operation department, engineering, airline security and GST, these are the 4 departments will be there. The minimum qualification is same as the scheduled operators. Minimum qualification is for the other than pilots is a graduation. For the pilots, +2 with commercial pilot license from the any of the approved flying clubs from flying clubs approved from the DGCA, Government of Director General of Civil Aviation, and that should be that flying clubs list will be published every year after the audit from DGCA. They'll extend the validity, and that should be mentioned and displayed on the www.dgca.nic.in. So if any doubts on that, the previous sectors we explained that if any doubts on the requirements and regulations of the aviations, please go to the website. This is a DGCA website. They are the prime control and regulatory body on the throughout the control of the Indian aviation, and they are mentioning so many manuals, so many publications will be there. Go through that. It will clearly tell you what is the minimum requirements for the job in Indian aviation. We don't need to go for anywhere, we don't need to listen to anyone to words of that. It clearly mentioned the requirements, qualifications, everything will be on the DGCA websites. You go there, you spend a few minutes to there, you will get a proper idea and proper details from there for get the different type of jobs in aviations. That is very helpful. Very few people know that. We don't need to go for the words from anyone. We directly go to www.dgca.government.in, go for the different icons will be there. So go for there is on licensing, there is on section for the section 1, section 2 up to section 9, 7 is there. Go for the different sections that will be explained about the different departments. Okay, different departments of qualifications and requirements, and it will be there. Just go and you go to the different departments, you just read it, you will get the total idea of the Indian aviations. Okay, that may be very helpful for the good job. No, don't worry about anything about in aviations. Just go there, you will get the full details about the Indian aviation. Thank you for watching this video. Keep on watching. We'll come with lots of good things in future. Thank you.